black voters. You've got to vote for the black candidate. Oprah, George Clooney, out they come, as they did for Hillary Clinton, but it didn't work for her, and it didn't work for Kamala Harris. And I do feel like Candace just said, I felt it actively deterred people. I think it drove them to go and vote against what they saw as a kind of celebrity, multimillionaire elite. What do you think of that?
Well, you guys made a few points I'd like to respond to. First, I don't know if celebrity culture or in the wave of celebrities deterred people from voting. I'd rather rely on the data for that. And until I see the data on that, I don't want to make a determination. I think that voters in general want to be spoken to about policy issues. I think they want to be engaged about the things that matter in their lives. But Barack Obama also had a ton of celebrities, and it did work. I think if people like you, celebrities are an added bonus. If they don't like you, if they don't want you, celebrities hurt. I don't think that's the issue here. I think more fundamentally, the question of whether you should vote for somebody because you're black or because you're a woman or whatever is a little more complicated than has been suggested. I think that the message that I would give to somebody is never vote to support somebody because they're black, right? I would never vote for a candidate because they're black, but I will vote for a candidate because I'm black. In other words, I will vote for a candidate that speaks to my interests. And I think it's okay to say to people, hey, there are some things that affect your community, and this candidate is better for you. The problem is we should not presume that because someone is the same race as you or the same gender as you, that they have your community's best interest at heart. I do think in the case of Kamala Harris, though, an interesting thing happened, right? They were basically saying women's reproductive rights are on the table. If you specifically are pro-abortion, you should be... Hey, nigga!
I ain't never liked Mark Lamont Hill. Mark Lamont Hill is a puppet. Okay, I knew that when Candace Owens and him had that conversation about trans women are women, and he turned coat and bent the knee and said what he said. You get me? I knew he was weak. Even look at him. He looked weak. Even just talking. He's not talking with clarity. He's not talking with passion. He doesn't have passion for this because he knows he's lying. These are lies. You get me? And he's trying his best to tiptoe around shit. He's trying to tiptoe around shit. You get me? That's because he's scared of what he could say to fuck him up. You get me? This right here is like, I don't know why they do these debates. I don't understand how they get into them and stuff. I think it's more publicity than anything else. You get me? Like a signifier to like, hey, I'm for your community. I'm fighting for it type shit. Yeah, Mark Lamont Hill up in that group. I don't like Candace Owens. I don't like Candace Owens. I'm sorry. I got a video to explain that in a minute. I can drop it, but I'm trying to edit it because, I want y'all to like it and stuff. But I don't like Candace Owens. She's a tether to the black community who's only holding on to us because this is her identity around white people. Candace Owens is a fucking white girl. You get me? She's a house nigga. Candace Owens is a house nigga. Mark Lamont Hill is a field nigga. You get what I'm saying? This is why he's being bought. Field nigga being bought. Candace Owens is a house nigga just wanting to be around white people and shit. You get me? But she don't want to lose her importance to white people. She has an importance to white people. You get me? She's like in the icebox right now. She has an importance to white people because she could talk to us. But she fucks them and she has their kids. You get what I'm saying? I'm tired of these motherfucking tethers who don't like the community enough to date the people in the community and continue producing for the community. Y'all run out and fuck everybody else and shit. And then you want to run back to us like I know black people. Candace Owens just like Obama. You get what I'm saying? The only difference is she comes from within. You get me? We got a lot of white black people in our community always quick to scream BLM or fight for some right or something just to look good for white people, just to say they're part of the black community. You get me? But if given the opportunity, they'll be fucking gone in a minute. You get me? Candace Owens is already gone. I don't know why she keep holding on us. I'm sure she has other things to fight for. You get me? But she'll swear her kids are black because of some one drop rule. Mark Lamont Hill is a field nigga. I know he doing it because he's stupid and he just want money. Candace Owens is a manipulator. I don't like that bitch. You get me? But it only makes me even madder because how smart she is. You get me? What, she didn't want to be like the black women in our community. She wanted to be a goal associated with them because she could take her black with her. She takes her black with her. You get me? To their community as a pride. Like, hey, I'm black, y'all. Hey, you get me? I'm a part of that community, but I'm not that community. I'm better than them and stuff like that. I hate this. You get me? I can't stand it. You get me? It's like, go, bitch, go. Get the fuck out of here. Get your ass out of here. Yeah, and she's smart, but she don't use her smart for the community. She might talk for the community, but she ain't doing nothing. She ain't raising no fundraisers. She ain't inviting her cousins and shit to family reunions and stuff. She ain't doing none of that shit. She just a talking figurehead. You get me? She's gonna run for Congress or something. You know who gonna be standing on the side of her? White people. You get me? And I ain't even trying to be racist, but if we for the black community, then there are some things we need to do to protect the black community. And dealing with people like Candace Owens is not helping the black community. This motherfucker took a whole damn wound that could have been used for the black community and produced more black kids. She gave it to the white man. I don't care what the fuck you say. Let's keep going.
Harris, because that's your only chance at saving what has already been a devastating loss. I think that is logical. If you support abortion, Donald Trump ain't the guy to vote for based on what he said and based on what Kamala Harris has said. I think, though, what we saw in America and what we always see in America is that white people in general, in terms of the majority, are not going to vote for a Democrat. No Democrat has gotten the majority of white voters since like LBJ. It's been decades. And so ultimately, white people often don't vote their interests. Black people often don't vote their interests. And I think that's the problem, and that's what many of us get so frustrated.
Toby be good nigga for massa. Don't send Toby away.
I guess in her late 30s, maybe early 40s, yesterday, and she voted Trump for the first time. And I said, why? And she said, you know, it's interesting. So I grew up in a family where you just would automatically vote for a black presidential candidate if there was one. Barack Obama, and now Kamala Harris. And she said that was how my family were. And she said, and I decided this time that I didn't care about the fact she was a woman or that she was black. I cared about what she was going to do for my personal finances, what she was going to do about the border, what she was going to do about all these things. And she talked about a number of issues. And it was really interesting. She said, so I voted, she said, you know, I was almost colorblind when I voted. I didn't care that she looked like me. I cared about what she could do for me. And I wonder, given how many black voters gravitated to Trump this time, and given particularly how many Latinos did, how many of them are having that same conversation with themselves, saying they may not even like him that much. She wasn't a particular fan of Trump's, but she just was put off by the kind of posturing of people to try and direct you to vote according to your ethnicity.
I didn't like Hillary Clinton. I didn't vote with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton went up against each other. I didn't really pay attention to none of that. That was 2016. I was in New Jersey. You get me? Dealing with y'all cold ass weather and shit down there. But yeah, I didn't pay attention to it. You get me? But I knew I didn't like her. I knew damn well I didn't like her. Cause I already know her type. You get me? She a power hungry ass white lady. Like I said, I know that because ain't no woman in their right mind finna let her husband fucking get in trouble in a scandal like that and then stick with him. Oh hell nah, this bitch would have been gone. If you stay with that nigga, you weak. Look, I don't believe that whole thick and thin when it comes to cheating and shit. But this bitch he cheated in for the world to see. There is no woman that would stay unless you in it for your own personal reasons. And she was in it for her own personal reasons. Her reasons is she wanted to be president. And That's why she was there. She fighting them rights for them women. She been the same woman ever since she wore them thick ass glasses back in the day. But they made her bitch ass straighten her hair because she had to look presidential, like a president's wife and shit. That's why she has that persona where she looks like Martha Stewart and shit. Nah, bitch, you a curly head white lady. You get what I'm saying? You're a curly head white lady with thick ass glasses out there fighting with Ruth Bader Ginsburg and shit. Anyway. Yeah, that's I didn't like her. I didn't think about Trump and them. I didn't think about none of that. But I know I didn't like her. And then when they started going after him and trying to shit on him and then screaming racism and stuff, that's when I was like, yeah, I'm voting for him because that's some bullshit. That's some straight up bullshit. You get me? Let's keep going.
Yeah. It's fundamentally just not educated to vote for someone and say, well, this person looks like me, so that means that they have my best interests at heart. I just think it's the most uneducated thing you could possibly do.
I'm sorry. No.
I'm glad you said that, Candace, because I don't trust your bitch ass. I don't trust your bitch ass, okay? And it's not because, of the color of your skin. I just don't like you and your moral character. Fuck you, Candace.
Rich, when you have someone, because Mark, you just said, I maybe wouldn't vote for them because they're black, but I might vote for them because I'm black.
Hey, what's this shitty ass look on his face? This nigga got a shitty ass look on his face. Look at his shitty ass face. Don't he look like I'm telling you, bro, look, if you don't get your heart right, if you don't get your mind right, you go age like fucking spoiled ass milk. I don't even know how old this man is, but he look like he pushing 60. Look at his face. He got his eyes closed. He could be a dead body right now. Look at him. Don't you get what I'm saying? Don't he look like somebody's uncle, grandfather, uncle? Don't he look like it? Anyway, let's keep going.
And I might think that their interests align. I hope I'm paraphrasing that correctly, but the reality is even that fundamentally makes no sense. LeBron James, just because he is black, is not living the black experience of somebody who might be living on the south side of Chicago. It's actually insulting when LeBron James posts something, and you saw this in the comments, by the way, if we could use any metric, it was the fact that LeBron James had to start hiding comments because the overwhelming majority of them were negative when he made a post. And that was very propagandist. He was using things that Trump said and splicing it and behind clips of the civil rights movement. It made entirely no sense. It was offensive level of propaganda. You have a man who lives in a $100 million Bel Air mansion, okay? He does not touch his own door handles, okay? So when he tells you about how he's worried about the future for his children, this man is so wealthy.
What?
Candace Owens ain't gonna age gracefully. She not. You get me? Don't get me wrong. She might look plain. You get me? Because that's that plain white girl. I'm a black chick, but I'm also white inside. I'm a fucking Oreo. That plain ass looking stuff. That yeah, it's not gonna age that well. She gonna end up getting, I don't even know. I think she got cheek fillers. Are those cheek fillers? Or are those her real cheeks? I don't know, bro. But I don't think her face look kind of funny. Like a fucking, it looked like an ice cream cone. Don't it? Kind of shaped like that. Like if you used to hold it, that was the ice cream. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And he still got that shit ass look on his face. Look at that shit ass look on his face. See that shit? Pierce just chilling. Pierce chilling. He look at him like, that is poppycock. You get what I'm saying? That's a nigga playing white. That's a nigga playing white. That's a white girl playing black. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm telling you, bro, I don't like neither one of them, okay? He feel nigga because he easily bought. His ambitions to get into that house is overwhelming, okay? He'll do anything to get in that house. This bitch is in the house looking out at niggas like, I got your best interests at heart, nigga, okay? Don't worry. I'm not in here sucking dick. I'm fighting for y'all. Now you sucking dick, bitch. Get the fuck out. You sucking the white man's dick. Anyway.
Stupid. So much going on in the world. You can't really trust nothing but your family, your relationship, your kids, your friends. That's it. Stop trying to worry about the rest of the world. Control the shit you can control. You gotta watch your own people.